I've been thinking a lot lately about that dream troop we always talked about. I feel like it's finally time to make it happen.
Oh my god, yes. I've been dreaming about it too. So, where are we going? We've talked about so many places: Greece, Japan, Morocco.
I know. Each one is amazing in its own way, but I've been obsessed with Italy lately. I mean, imagine us walking through the streets of Rome, eating gelato, visiting museums, and the food? Pasta, pizza, espresso, heaven. Italy does sound perfect, and it's such a rich country in terms of culture and history. Remember how much we loved studying the Renaissance in school? Florence would be a dream. But what about Japan? We've always wanted to see cherry blossoms, try sushi at the source, and visit temples.
True, Japan would be unforgettable too. It's just that Italy feels a bit more relaxed, more romantic maybe. Japan is amazing, but it feels more futuristic and structured. I think I want something slower, more dreamy?
Totally, I get that. And Italy gives that feeling of long walks, sitting in a piazza with a glass of wine, talking for hours. Plus, we both love photography, and imagine the pictures we'd take in Venice or the Amalfi Coast.
Exactly. I've actually been following a few travel vloggers on YouTube who did a full Italian road trip. They went from Milan to Sicily. I thought, this is it. That's what I want.
That sounds amazing. So, Italy it is. Let's do it. And we can still plan for Japan next year, one dream at a time.
Deal. Italy first. Now, should we do north to south or start in the south and go up?
Good question. Maybe start in the north, in Milan, then go down through Florence, Rome, Naples, and end in Sicily. That way we see the change in culture and landscape along the way.
That sounds like a perfect plan. Plus, starting in Milan means we can do some shopping too. Not that we have to buy anything, but I wouldn't mind a new pair of Italian boots.
You and your shoes. I'm totally in.
Okay, now that we've picked the destination, we need to get serious. When do you think we should go? Spring? Summer?
I was thinking maybe late May or early June. That way we avoid the huge summer crowds but still get nice weather.
Yeah, good point. August would be insane with tourists. Plus, it's so hot in southern Italy during that time. I've heard it can hit 40 degrees Celsius.
Exactly. Late May sounds perfect. So, about how long do you think we should stay? 2 weeks? 3?
Honestly, if we're going to all those cities, I'd say 3 weeks. 2 would be way too rushed. I want time to actually enjoy the places, not just run around.
Totally agree. 3 weeks? It is. Okay, so now comes the fun part, planning the route and booking things. Should we rent a car or go by train?
I've read that Italy has a really good train system. High-speed trains between cities are super convenient, and we wouldn't have to worry about parking or driving in crazy traffic.
Yeah, that makes sense, especially in places like Rome or Naples. The driving sounds intense. So maybe we'll just rent a car for the Amalfi Coast part where the scenery is better appreciated by car.
Perfect. We'll do train for most of the trip and rent a car just for a few days. Now, what about places to stay? Airbnbs, hotels?
I think a mix would be nice. Airbnbs for longer stays, like 3 nights in Florence or Rome, so we feel a bit more at home. And maybe hotels when we're staying just 1 or 2 nights.
Yeah, and we can look for places with kitchens too. That way we can cook sometimes and save money, even if it's just for breakfast or snacks.
Good thinking. Okay, and speaking of money, how much do you think this trip is going to cost us?
Well, I made a rough estimate. Flights, trains, accommodation, food, activities. I think we'll need around $3,000 each, give or take.
That's doable. If we start saving now and set a monthly goal, we'll be fine. Plus, I can cut back on online shopping for a few months. The boots can wait. until I get to Milan.
That's exactly. And we can also make a shared spreadsheet to organize everything. Dates, cost, links, reservations. That always helps me feel more prepared.
Love that idea. I'll start the spreadsheet tonight and send you the link. I'm already so excited.
Me too. I can't believe we're actually doing this. Okay, so now comes the ultimate question. What are we going to pack? Because every time I travel, I always overpack and end up wearing like 5 outfits on repeat.
Same. I always bring fancy clothes just in case, and then end up in the same comfy jeans and t-shirt combo. This time we need to be smart, like capsule wardrobe style.
Yes, neutral colors, clothes we can mix and match. I'm thinking like 2 pairs of jeans, a few dresses, 1 light jacket, and lots of layers. Italy in May can be unpredictable.
Exactly, and comfortable shoes are a must. We're going to be walking a lot, cobblestone streets, hills, museums. Not the time for heels.
Totally. And you know me, I need to bring my camera gear, but I'll try to keep it light. Just my mirrorless camera, 2 lenses, maybe a tripod if there's space.
You'll take amazing photos, as always. I'll just bring my phone and maybe a little notebook. I want to write down things I notice. People, sounds, smells, like a travel journal. I love that. Okay, so what's one thing you're 100% not forgetting? Probably my portable charger. I refuse to run out of battery while navigating a city I don't know. You?
Earplugs. Trust me. After that hostel experience in Barcelona with the snoring guy and bunk bed 12, I've learned my lesson.
We're going to come back with a whole new set of travel stories. I can feel it. The good, the weird, the unexpected. And I honestly can't wait to experience Italian culture in person. Not just the tourist stuff, but the small things like having a slow morning coffee at a local cafe or hearing the language all around us. Yes, I want to try real homemade pasta, learn how locals live, maybe even take a quick cooking class. I want to connect, not just check off places on a map. That's the spirit. I think this trip will change us in some way. Travel always does. I hope so. It's more than a vacation. It's a memory we're building together. Now I'm emotional. All right, let's make this dream a real. Time to save, plan, and go live our Italian adventure.
Thanks for watching. Want to learn English through real conversations? Subscribe for more videos like this. Comment below, where would your dream trip be?